Hey Sagittarius, I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be your general love tarot reading for May 15th through the 31st. We're going to pull some oracle cards to look at the overall energy that's surrounding you right now, and then we'll get into some tarot looking at your current energy, the energy of the person that's around you or might be on your mind, any challenges, obstacles, and what might be hidden from you. We'll look at some advice from Spirit and your potential outcome. Then we'll wrap up with one final oracle card to see if there are any final messages that Spirit has for you. I do like to get all of the cards out before I start the reading, so if you want to go straight to the message, go ahead and click the timestamp in the description box below. Otherwise, let's get right into it. So the first oracle card that we have out for you is She is the Moon. The second oracle card that we have for you is Gifts Received. And the third card that we have for you is The Choice. So let's grab another oracle deck and see what additional energies are surrounding you right now for this reading. And we have two cards that came out. The first one is Forgiving and Learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And we also have True Love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So Sagittarius, we'll see how that fits in for your overall reading. But let's get into some tarot and start first by seeing what your current energy is. And the card that we have that flipped out for you is the Morning, which is the Sun in traditional tarot. For the energy of the person that's surrounding you or on your mind, we have Justice, and we also have the Two of Cups. For challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden from you, we have the Ace of Torches or the Ace of Wands. For advice from Spirit, we have the Five of Cups. And for your potential outcome, we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so let's grab another tarot deck and see if we can clarify these messages a little bit more for you. So the card that we have that flipped over for you is the Sun, which is interesting. We have the Sun clarifying the Sun for you. Looking at the person who's around you, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. For challenges, obstacles, and what might be hidden, we have the Six of Swords in reverse. For advice from Spirit, we have the Knight of Swords. And for your potential outcome, we have two cards that came out. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and we also have the Tower in reverse. Okay, so let's grab some oracle cards and see if there are any final messages before we get into the reading. So for your energy right now, we have the Graduate. For the person that's in your energy, we have Taking a Break. For obstacles, challenges, and what might currently be hidden, we have Dating, and we also have Missing You. Advice from Spirit, we have Grass is Greener. And for your potential outcome, we have the Guarded Heart. Okay, Sagittarius, let's get into this. So, what we have for the overall energy that's surrounding this reading, we have She is the Moon, Gifts Received, The Choice, Forgiving and Learning, and we also have True Love. So what I'm feeling right now for the energy that's surrounding you is that you are in a place of transition, right? Where you are not necessarily going around blasting what you've been through, what you've experienced, what you've learned, right? You're keeping things very close to your chest right now with She is the Moon. And with Gifts Received, it feels as though you've gotten a lot of enlightenment about what your romantic life looks like, what it should be like, your expectations. It feels as though these lessons that you are sort of keeping close inside of yourself have been a bit of a blessing in disguise, right? That you're coming out of whatever energy you were in previously, which I don't think was necessarily the best of energies. I think that you're starting to come to the realization that there are good things that have actually come out of that. And the good thing is that you are a little more cautious and that you understand more of your worth. And I think right now, this place of transition has put you in a space where you're making a choice, right? Whether to revisit the past or to put that to rest and move forward in the future. But what I am feeling around you is that there is love coming in. And I don't know. I haven't looked at the rest of the cards yet. I don't feel as though this true love is with the person that you have experienced this growth and transformation with. It feels very much like a new energy that's coming in for you. But let's get into the tarot and see what we have there. So, what we have for your current energy, we have the morning or the sun in traditional tarot, clarified by the sun. And then we also have the graduate, new life phase or stage in relationship. Someone has grown, healed, and evolved. And so, Sagittarius, I think that this is 100% you, right? That you've been through the storm. You have been through the fire and the chaos and the bullshit and the shenanigans. And now you were coming out on the very sunny side of life, right? There's this sense of inner peace and happiness that you have where you have stepped out of this energy from the past that might have been a little bit chaotic, that might have been a lot a bit negative, and you are now in a place where you are happy and content within yourself. You have evolved past this negative energy, right? You have done whatever form of forgiveness resonates with you. You have learned the lessons that you needed to from this past experience. And I think that overall, right now, you're in a very good place. So, looking at the energy that's around you, we have justice, we have the Two of Cups, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and we also have taking a break. Not necessarily a breakup. Take time apart, allow for new perspective, center and meditate. So, this person that's around you, if they're not currently here, that's coming into your energy, it feels very much like they are in a place of wanting their own sense of balance, right? Wanting their own sense of fairness. With the Two of Cups, they're looking for love. And they're very unequivocal on that, right? There's no more back and forth about, do I want this? Don't I want this? Do I want this? Don't I want this? They do. And I think that they've been through their own things. And this feels a lot like the Leo reading, I think it was, where they had someone coming into them as well who's also been through the fire, but they're ready to sort of reach out. They're ready to give, right? They're ready to experience this love. And I think that they've taken their own amount of time where they had a break, right? Where they're not involved with anybody. They're not dealing with anybody. They're doing a lot of introspection. They're doing a lot of healing. They're doing a lot of self-work. They're trying to balance themselves to make sure that when they show up for this relationship, they really, really, truly show up. And so, looking at the challenges, obstacles, and what might be hidden from you, we have the Ace of Torches or the Ace of Wands. We have the Six of Swords in reverse and two Oracle cards. The first one that we have for you is dating. Will likely be dating, like each other, enjoying each other's company, seeing each other. And we also have missing you. So sad, lonely or alone, physical separation, let go and move on, thinking of each other and you. So what it feels as though the biggest challenges or obstacles is maybe this feeling that, you know, even though you've learned from your past history and you're ready to move on to the next iteration of your life, there seems to be a sense that 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 new beginning, that new spark, that new piece of excitement is not here. And it almost feels as though you're left in this sort of choppy, uncertain place, like you haven't fully moved on yet. That's the feeling. But the work that you've put in and the vibe that you're giving out is not, that's not what's actually happening right now. What you don't see is that there is someone on the horizon for you, right? There is someone who is extraordinarily interested in you, who wants to date you, who, when they meet you or when they're in your space, they enjoy every second of it, right? Just even the possibility of getting to know you on a deeper level. And when you're not in their presence, they miss that. They miss this happy, sunny, positive vibe. This vibe of being in a higher vibration. They miss that, right? So while you may think that things aren't necessarily moving forward and there's not that spark that you've been looking for, there's someone on the other side of this that looks at you like you are that spark for them, right? This pause that they took, this work that they put in, you're the reason that they did all of that. So looking at the advice from Spirit, we have the Five of Cups, we have the Knight of Swords, and we also have grass is greener. Passing up options, too quick to decide, take time to know them, gratuity changes circumstances. So what this feels like is a bit of a cautionary tale from Spirit, in saying that even though you've put in all of this work, there's something staring you in the face that you are sort of back and forth on, right? That you may not necessarily be recognizing as a good option. And there's a choice that you're going to have to make. But going back and forth might mean that you miss out on something really, really, really good. And so Spirit is saying that it's time to stop with this wishy-washy energy, right? Don't pass up this option that might be presenting itself to you. Don't look at it as a potential for heartbreak, right? What I'm feeling is it's this weird energy of being good with yourself and being extraordinarily cautious with someone else. And I'm not saying that it's ever a good idea to go into things blind. Of course, you should give things like their due diligence, the consideration, think things through. But take your time in getting to know this person. Allow them to get to know you. This happy, energetic, bubbly, healed you. Give them the opportunity to do that. Don't be so quick to pass up on an opportunity that's presenting itself to you. So looking at your potential outcome, we have the Nine of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Tower in reverse. And we also have the Guarded Heart. Lingering trust issues, fear from past hurts, love can't get through that wall, forgive and let go. So, Sagittarius, in case you hadn't noticed, for your potential outcome, we have the Guarded Heart that says forgive and let go. And the overall energy that's surrounding you is forgiving and learning. So it seems as though for a little while, you're still going to have your guard up. Like you've gotten yourself into this new phase of your life where you feel happy. And more than that, you're in a place of trying to protect yourself, right? And so it doesn't seem as though you've completely let go of what's in the past. There's still a little stress, with the nine of swords surrounding letting this person in. And that's where we have, with the overall energy, we have the choice, right? So you're thinking super hard about whether or not you give this person the opportunity, whether or not you're going to bypass this option that's coming into your life. With the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Tower in reverse, it feels very much like you're going to resist, right? You're going to resist for a little while. Not because you don't like this person, not because they're a terrible person, but because you really want to preserve your peace that you've worked so hard to achieve. But I think at a certain point, you're going to let go a little bit and you're going to open up and you're going to let this person come in a little bit because you're going to get to that place of true forgiveness. You'll take whatever lessons you have to take from the past and you will put that to bed. And you will let this person come in who has done their own form of healing and is ready to give. But you have to make sure that you're ready to receive. And you can't receive through a brick wall. And so, again, you don't have to go in blind. You don't have to go in stupid. Make sure that you keep your eyes open, but give them an opportunity to show you who they truly are. So I'm going to grab one last oracle card for you and see if there are any final messages that Spirit has for you. Any final messages from Spirit. And we have one that flipped out. And what we have for you is vision. No matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving and just universe. So again, Sagittarius, you've been through some things. You've done your healing process. And I think that deep down, you know that there's something much better that is waiting for you, right? This experience, it was a lesson. It was a lesson that you had to learn. But there is someone who has also learned their lessons and they're waiting for you. And so you need to sort of step outside of this comfortable little box that you found yourself in, where you've done your healing, you've done your processing, and where you might be a little bit scared to take a chance because you don't want it to end up as things may have ended up before. So for the moment, see the bigger picture and what the universe has planned for you. See that the universe is ready to reward you for the work that you've done in terms of healing and understanding and learning your lessons. And allow this person to come in and show you what you're worth. Yes, it will take a little time. It will take a little effort on your part to be that open. But I think that it will come. And when it does, you might be pleasantly surprised at who shows up for you. So, Sagittarius, I will leave it there for you. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this resonated with you somehow. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'm sending you all huge hugs.